Welcome to this week's Rebel Run Sports Show. I'm John Moore, joined as always by Rob Hopper. Back in the friendly confines of Rebel Run Studios after our county high school tour we've been on.
Forgot we even had it. What are you going to do?
It's quicker to get to.
A little bit.
Quicker to get to.
A little bit.
All right, let's get started. Before we get started, there's a game we kind of overlooked that took place last week.
I don't know how we did that.
I don't either. I mean, it was a shock when I got the phone call from you. The three-time defending state champion Robinson Rams boys lacrosse team go down in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Which means they don't make the state tournament.
No, man. You know, it's a tough one for me because I really like that team.
Yeah.
I like that confidence that they play with. I like that swagger that they have. It's disappointing to not have them in the Final Four.
Yeah.
But it's still a pretty good Final Four.
Oh, there's a great Final Four. Yeah. Let's start with a couple other games. Centerville and Oakton girls.
All right. So Oakton's at Centerville. Centerville, you know, we talked about them all year. They had some ups and downs in the middle of the season, but they've been great throughout. Ashley Kimmener, she's been ducking us for a while coming on the show. But no, I talked to her the other day. She's definitely going to come on very soon.
Great.
And also the great Paige Richborg.
Man, she's so good.
The machine, Elizabeth Murphy.
Yeah.
So Oakton's really, really good. Obviously, I mean, they're one of the Final Four in the region. But Centerville, we know that duo is so tough to stop, man. And there's nothing you can do with them. I'm sorry. Right. I mean, they've got to be the leading scoring duo in the state. In the state. They have to be.
Have to be.
They're great, and it's a close game back and forth the whole way, but you knew Centerville was kind of in control, you know what I mean? Their goalie, I think her mom sang the national anthem at the last game that I saw at Centerville. Yeah, she did a great job. It's so great when you see parents singing it.
Oh, I know. We saw the gentleman at Potomac. Yeah. He was belting.
My man, he was getting it.
Yeah.
He thought it was a concert going on. Yeah.
He mistook college recruiters for A&Rs from record labels is what he did.
He did, man. Shout out to him. He was great. But no, she sang the national anthem. It was great. So, hey, shout out to him. Hey. That's a talented family. You can stop shots like that, and you can sing the national anthem.
That's right.
But Centerville goes on. They win that game 11-9. Great season for Oakton. But Centerville's on a mission, man.
Yeah.
They're on a mission, and those two are so tough to stop.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
They are ridiculous.
It's great.
Fun to watch.
And you know what? I think I'm right about Kyle. The more I thought about it, I'm definitely right about Kyle Richborg. He definitely played against me when I was coached against him.
Is that right?
Yeah. I might hold a grudge.
There's nothing wrong with grudges. There's a certain high school I've been holding one against for 20 years. I won't talk about them right now.
I love Madison High School. I'll just say that right now. Sam Kidd, come on the show with us.
South County, versus Oakton.
Did you?
Yeah, the guys.
Yeah, man, both teams are in the Final Four.
I can't read my own handwriting.
It's awesome, man. Both teams are in the Final Four.
Something in the water, though. You know what it is? Those schools from that Oakton, Vienna area got tired of us talking about Loudoun County lacrosse. Loudoun and Prince William County lacrosse. I'm right on both fronts.
You're on a roll this year.
It was my anniversary yesterday. I was up late.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we're lucky to have him here today. Oakton, we talked to Jake Bullock before. That team they know they got something going on.
They got something really good going on.
And I'll just say, Oakton lacrosse, the best shirts that we've come across in the area.
High quality. I think you're wearing it right now.
I am wearing it right now. I probably just breathe real heavy.
The shorts are awesome too.
The shorts are awesome.
Yeah.
My little one might have been jealous that he didn't get the shorts.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Me too. He'll wear them anyway, though. It's like a dress.
There you go. Man, but that Oakton. So Oakton, South County. I mean, South County is really good.
Right. Dylan Spalding.
Yeah. They're loaded. I mean, we talked before. Hayes Tybal, I mean, that dude is a goal-scoring machine.
Yeah, he is.
Connor Burrow, Ryan Coleman. I mean, that team is loaded. They come out. They're up 3-2 in the first quarter. Dylan Spalding has a ridiculous goal, falling down. That dude just has a flair for dramatic. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's catches in the corner of the end zone, whether it's the one-hander against Lake Braddock like 2 years ago, that dude has a flair for the dramatic. He makes a ridiculous goal, gets knocked down, goes him. Oakton comes right back. They score 6 goals in the second. They go up 8-5 at halftime. But you knew it was going to be a game throughout. It just went back and forth, even up the rest of the way.
Yeah.
3-3 in the third quarter. South County puts 3 in the fourth. Oakton goes on to win 13-11. They got a couple of dudes. Trevor Lalonde. Could be Lalonde. Could be something. Trevor Lalonde was great in that game. He was all over the place. They had a couple of goals. There were some great stops in that game. South County's goalie would make a save, but then it'd bounce off and just land in a perfect spot and Oakton get it, put it back in. Game goes on to 13-11 Oakton. Man, I like that team. We talked about it before when they beat Robinson in overtime. That team the team is stacked. They know it, and I like the way they attack.
Yeah,
they're not afraid. That's
definitely not afraid.
That next game is going to be a really, really good game for the title. We'll get more to that in a few minutes.
Looking forward to that.
Absolutely, man. Oakton knows they had something going into this year. You could tell early on they're ready to go.
Couple things. Soccer. What happened to the Battlefield girls?
Yeah, that's crazy. So Madison?
Not to Madison.
Man, why?
I'm sorry. Congratulations, Madison.
I'd just like to say, I have no issue with Madison. The Warhawks, I like it a lot.
I'll tell the story. Not today, but I'll tell the story.
Please don't today. You went off on
I won't today.
Last week about, oh gosh. It was depressing being at West Potomac with him.
Oh, it's so funny. So funny.
Shout out to Oakton Lacrosse. Oakton Lacrosse. Again, best shirts in the business.
Best shirts in the business.
They're great.
They are great. Shout out to Bruce Bauer.
Bruce Bauer did a little bit of balling back in his day.
Now he's the volunteer, as he told me, assistant commissioner at Gainesville basketball.
Gainesville basketball does a really good job out here.
Good.
They, I'm pretty familiar with that program.
Yeah.
They do a good job. A little less trustworthy seeing that Bruce Bauer is running through.
Keep watching, Bruce.
That's right.
Speaking of basketball,
we had, I don't know why I keep repeating what you said.
It's okay. Segues.
I feel weird about that all of a sudden. Speaking of basketball, we had the Real Player of the Year.
We did. The Real Player
of the Year. Dominic Fergala.
Yep.
Signed his letter. He's going to Niagara, playing D1 basketball.
Yeah, where he should be.
Yeah. That dude, I think there's going to be a lot of teams unhappy that they missed out on him.
Absolutely.
But, man, he can, that dude can play.
He can do it all. This is going to be interesting to watch if they have him playing point guard or if they have him playing shooting guard. I think he's going to thrive at either position.
You put him on the court, he'll find a spot to shoot.
That's right. He ain't scared of no shots.
No, man.
No.
That's to say, him and Egner played on the same AAU team. I don't know how you can't play with 2 balls on the court.
You can't.
I don't know how there was enough shots to keep them both happy, man.
Well, we sat down with the Dom. Check it out.
All right, Dom, fresh off signing your letter, going to Niagara. Tell us a little bit about that experience in the recruiting process with them.
Niagara, they were like the first D1 school to like contact me, and like they stuck with me through like the whole year. So I felt like I should have been like loyal to them. And like when I finally went up to visit them, like I loved the campus, the coaches and the players. They all gave me like a good vibe.
Okay.
So transitioning from high school to where you were a phenom, you were our player of the year.
Yeah.
Should have been everyone's player of the year, in my opinion. I ain't gonna call nobody out right now, but I will later. Talk about what it's like to go from like the leader of your team your senior year to going in as a freshman.
Feels like high school all over again, but like at a higher level.
Yeah.
So I just know I gotta like work my way up in the chains and like get in the rotation. So I'm ready for it.
Now, the coaches talk to you about anything they want you to work on or they want you to bring when you come in?
The main thing is getting stronger because they seem like a lifting program. So I've been doing that lately.
Okay.
They just mainly getting stronger and just keep working on my game.
Are they bringing you in as a point guard? Do they kind of tell you what your role is?
No, they haven't really told me yet. So I mean, whatever they put me in, I'll just go ahead and just go out there and play.
Go ball out.
Wherever it is, you're going to shoot. You know?
You gotta shoot.
No, well, that's the campus. How far is it?
From here?
Yeah.
Like the drive is like 7 hours, I think.
Yeah.
But if I flew, it would be like an hour. Like a straight flight's an hour.
And do you like the fact that it's away from home, or do you want to get away from home for a little
I
bit?
feel like it's like a perfect distance from
Good.
home and like from home. So yeah.
Yeah, our flight's close.
Yeah.
You can make that.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Khalif Tate, who you played AAU basketball with, and then there's another player who redshirted there last year, Kyrell Green. So is there good having that familiarity with a couple guys?
I know Khalif Tate pretty well. He's pretty good. So knowing he's going there and knowing I know someone there made me feel more comfortable. So yeah, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. You said you leave June 18th?
Yes.
So you got to go in there early, but you do get to do some kind of different things that you don't really get to do in high school when you get there. You said you're going to Costa Rica to play?
Yeah, we're traveling to Costa Rica, I think, like midsummer.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Costa Rica's, you know. You gotta be careful in Costa Rica. there's all types of fun in Costa Rica, from what I hear.
You got to be careful in Costa Rica.
I'm not allowed to go to Costa Rica.
Probably not. Probably not.
All right, so you have single season score 922 points, second all time to Allen Iverson. How does that feel when you know, that's insane.
It definitely still feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, we didn't really talk about this before, but you played at O'Connell, you played in public school. What was that transition like for you? I mean, obviously, you know, playing at O'Connell, you're gonna play against some guys that we're gonna see on the next level. A lot of guys we're gonna see on the next level. Well, what was that difference? What was that transition like for you? What did you find more fun, playing in public school, or playing at O'Connell?
More fun, I would say public school is more fun. So like more free.
Yeah.
And private school is like, it's basically like college. Like it was like, depends what private school you go to, but the one I went to was like, they had it set like a college. So like we would be prepared for college the next, like whenever we go to college. And like public school is like, basically like whoever works the hardest will get like what they want. So, because private school, they have like more connections to like colleges and stuff. So
Right.
it was easier to get an offer in like the private school. But yeah, going to public school like made me realize I had to like work harder to get what I wanted. So
Yeah. Well, and you played in the Capital Classic. Mm-hmm. What was that experience like?
it was really fun. Like being on the Wizards court, like family and people just watching. It was a good experience.
Yeah.
So you got an award for the most charges taken this year.
Yeah.
I would never get that award.
No.
Hack-a-Shack.
Right.
So you're leaving behind a young team. What's your advice to the kids next year at Champ?
Keep staying in the gym, keep working. It's the only way you can get better as a team too. Keep working as a team. Yeah, just don't take days off.
Well, last thing I got for you, who's the best player you played against this year?
This year,
So you guys did some Christmas tournaments where you played against 6A
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
You played just about everybody.
probably best player, probably be Corey
Pelham?
from
Yeah. He likes to shoot.
Yeah.
That's a good game right there.
Well, Dom, congratulations on all your success this year. It's been great following you. We're looking forward to seeing you at Niagara. They were 7-25 last year. They could use you on the court. Yeah? So I hope you come back and see us.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Good deal?
We'll see him in the tournament.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
for sure. Dom Fagala.
Player
Number
of the
one
year.
player in the area.
Thank you.
Who are these people?
I don't know, man.
Jeez.
Player of the Year.
I'm dead. So congratulations again to Dom. What a great career. Shout out to his dad, Jason. He put in a lot of hard work for Dominic. So,
Dude, I'm trying to tell you, dude is one of the best trainers in the
I'm telling you, I'm bringing my kids to you, Jason.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, next game. Get back to the players on the field. Langley at Robinson girls.
Man, I've been waiting for a long time to see this game because the way those two teams are. I mean, obviously we know Robinson, but a lot of people didn't know that Langley, 19-0 going into that game.
Man.
Much like Patriot on the other side.
That's crazy.
They've been flying kind of under the radar.
Right.
But I saw them before. I got caught in a ridiculous storm when I went out to Langley today to watch them. It was horrible. But you can see right away they're really good. I told you their list of players, the colleges they're going to.
Right.
Incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
That game starts out, Robinson jumps out 2-0 real quick. It's looking like,
Looking like Robinson.
It's looking like Robinson. So they jump out 2-0. Boom. Langley comes right back, ties it up 2-2. From that point on, there was a stretch in that game that really kind of separated things for Langley. They scored back-to-back-to-back goals right there, go up 5-2. And I think it really changed the entire complexion of that game. I mean, the game was still close throughout, but that little stretch right there is really what separated that game. Their height, they've got some tall players on that team. And their height gave Robinson trouble on the draw. And you know as well as I do, you've seen them play before with Ellie Klugel and Katie Tchaikovsky. Yeah. They run that draw really well. Well, Katie Tchaikovsky would get up and knock it up in the air, but then Langley's players were so tall that they would get to the ball after. So they kind of had to move things around. They moved and put Ellie into the draw, and then they put Katie out on the edge. Robinson comes back, scores a goal. It's 5-3 at half. You know how there's players, like you know how with LeBron, like opposing teams and stuff, people just talk bad about him.
For sure.
Or like they can't wait to see something happen to him.
Right.
There's parents from teams, like Ellie Klugel's that person on Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Like people can't wait to try to get her out of the game. Like for no reason. They just want to get her off the field. You know what I mean? By the way, talk to Courtney Gibbons. You know Sarah Lubno and Ellie Klugel played on the same club team?
No way.
Like, that's unfair.
Seems unfair.
That is unfair.
Huh.
I would like to have seen them play together. That seems unfair.
That's good lacrosse.
Anyway, the second half opens. Boom, Robinson comes out, scores a couple goals, ties it up. Kate Mulvenon from Robinson. She wears that leg brace on her knee. She goes down at one point and kind of grabs at it, and you never want to see that happen.
Right.
So she got up, she was ready to go. The refs made her go out of the game for a minute, but she didn't want to go out. She showed some grit and toughness in that game. She wanted to come back and play. She didn't want to go out. And she played terrific throughout the rest of the game. I was really impressed with her toughness and with the team's toughness. Every time they got down, Robinson kind of battled back. But Langley, I'm telling you, they are loaded. Serena Dillon, she runs a lot of things on that team. Like she does a lot of things that you're not going to see in the stats.
Right.
Like she'll put them in good positions, kind of run things. But you know that the weave. Like you know how you want to run.
Yeah.
But you know how if you want to run it in a half court set just to kind of run time off, you just run it.
Absolutely.
Langley does that.
Oh, really?
And they just toss the ball up as they run past each other and just kind of tip it up in the air, and the other one grabs it and goes. Huh. They do that. Like it's really, I haven't seen that all year. Yeah, they do a lot of it. And Anna Hofgerd, she's really good. She had 3 goals and 2 assists in that game. Marina Smith had 2 goals. But at one point in the game, Emma Crooks kind of took over. Those are the breaks, man, we take, wins by hook or by crook. Smack you with a chair if ever the ref ain't looking. I couldn't stop it. That line, Helter Skelter, is terrible. They go for that. That line kept going through my head watching that game because she did kind of take over at one point. And, she got them in control. They go up 10-9. Robinson's got a chance right at the end to kind of score a goal to tie it up, but Langley's defense puts some pressure on, gets the ball back. Langley goes on to win 10-9. They move on to the regional finals. Them in Centerville, it's going to be a great game. Langley 20-0.
It's unbelievable. How these like undefeated teams just kind of. I mean, it took us a while to realize Patriot was undefeated.
Langley's good. So, hey, Emma Crooks, Marina Smith, Serena Dillon, they know they know what they're doing. Their coach Bucky Morris, he's got them
playing well.
Got them playing well, and they're going to be really tough to beat.
Yeah,
they're going to be really tough to beat. But I think we may see that game again.
Yeah,
Langley Robinson. I think we might see that game again. You got to see a bit of a game.
Did I? Okay, this was. I'm not going to say it's the best high school lacrosse game I've ever seen, because I think that was the Briarwood State Championship game last year. Just because it had all the. I'm going to compliment a couple different things before I get to the actual game here. So Patriot plays at Woodson. Unlucky for them, Patriot's undefeated, and they have to go to Woodson.
Yeah, that's I don't understand.
You know, so this game starts off. Patriot gets on the board first. It kind of looked like the two number 23s, and I hope I don't have the numbers backwards, but Ryan Kendall and Jackson Miller for Woodson.
Jackson Miller's a beast.
Each would, you know, they both scored like the first 2 goals for their team respectively. It was 3-2 at the end of the first Patriot. This game never seemed like it was in control by anybody, right? Patriot would be up by 2, Woodson would be up by 2. It was back and forth. The crowd was in it. Shout out to the referees. This was one of I know, it's crazy. This is one of the best officiated lacrosse games I've seen. And I'm not saying it because it ended an hour and 30 minutes after it began, but they let them play was the point. Yeah. There wasn't a lot of whistles, and there was some hitting going on. We know Patriot likes to hit. Woodson was laying some hits of their own, but they let them play. I think they realized that it was a big game. It wasn't about the refs. They let the game, the flow of the game was perfect. And I mean, it was just back and forth, back and forth. It was 7-5 at halftime. Highlight to one player in particular, and there were some great ones in this game, and we'll get to them also. But Bobby Solomon for WT Woodson.
It's absurd.
At one point, they were down, and it almost seemed Patriot wasn't in control, but they were up by a couple goals. And he just rips off 4 consecutive goals in about a 3-minute time span. Now, we've talked about the similarities of lacrosse and basketball with, you know, momentum and a player getting hot. Yeah. He was hot. And his shots came in all different fashions.
I think he's the all-time leading scorer at Woodson.
Well, he had a 7 to his total in this game.
So, yeah, he stays hot.
So good. Yeah. Not to be outdone, our buddy Anthony Rigney, who just when Woodson took control, well, not control, but they took the lead. They were up 10-8 at the end of 3. You know, Anthony Rigney comes and scores 2 straight goals and just fires them all back up. He had 4 goals in the game. Kyle Gunther had 2 goals and an assist.
Will Eckert.
Shout out to Will Eckert. Now we talk, you know, our 2 Wills, Will Juno and Will Eckert.
All right, I got to tell you something. Mm-hmm. So I watched the highlights after you were at that game.
Yeah.
No, that dude's absurd.
He's absurd.
That dude is absurd.
Hey, if they're 1A, there's no 1A and 1B. They're 1A and 1A.
That dude is absurd.
He is ridiculously good.
He had some. We could have a highlight tape just off of his saves.
Absolutely.
He had some stuff that was ridiculous.
There were saves he made that I thought they scored.
I don't know how he did.
And he was just angrily twirling his stick. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. He has the ball in his net.
I've never seen somebody just straight knock things away with his stick like that. Like, it's almost like he's not even trying to catch it. He just wants to knock it away to annoy you. Like, that's how good that dude is.
Well, I saw him blocking some shots in the pregame, and I was like, well, he's on point today. So he had 7 shots blocked, 7 saves. This game was so, I mean, it was 10-10 at one point, 11-10, 12-10, 12-11. You get towards the end of the game, and I mean, just everything had just kind of lined up for this finish.
Yeah.
And Woodson makes a great defensive play. They get the ball back. Time's run off the clock. They get downfield. They get a shot on goal at about the 3-second mark. They miss, and Patriot ends up winning the game. So Patriot goes to 19-0, conference final. I'll tell you what, we talked about a lot of teams, Briarwood, Stonebridge, that may see each other again. That's the game I want to see again.
Yeah. man, Patriots defense is really good, and Woodson gave them everything they could.
Everything.
Will Eckert.
Yeah, they're
amazing.
He's really, really good. But 12-11, I mean, that's game of the year candidate right there.
Yeah,
I hope we see something as good or better as the playoffs go on. But that was, I mean, it was phenomenal to watch.
Well, I mean, look at it. You look at these scores. I mean, 10-9, 13-11, 12-11.
Right.
I mean, all of them 2-goal games.
They're right where they should be.
It's
at this
awesome.
time of the year.
You can't ask for a better Final Four on each side.
The only thing better I can ask for is a little better weather. What is going on out here?
That, and you know what? All right. You know what? I wasn't going to say this, but
Okay.
we've talked. We need to have a segment on the show. Things that made you happy this week, because you always find great things that make you happy in games, and things that annoy me just because I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what annoys me. There needs to be more support for lacrosse
Huge.
and women's sports in general in this area.
Right.
You can't have an undefeated team and Robinson, the back-to-back state champions, playing, and that place isn't more packed than that.
Right.
I'm sorry, but
And people are watching because we see it from the coverage that, you know, the interest is there. Why people aren't coming out,
why
I
aren't
don't
you
know.
at the game?
Yeah.
Like, the games are great. They're
Right.
exciting. It's got elements of everything. Get to the game.
Yeah.
And support women's sports. They deserve better than what they get in
Sure.
this area, man. And I hear people all the time like, oh, Deladon's here. I'm going to go see the Mystics now. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm sorry. Just shut up. You should have been going to see him anyway. I
Right.
don't want to hear you because Deladon. Go see more women's sports. They're great. You can't ask
I
for
agree.
two better teams going at it than that. And get out to see lacrosse, man. Lacrosse is enormous in this area. Guys and girls are getting recruited from everywhere, all
Totally.
over the place. Get out there and see the games. They're incredibly exciting.
I am going to go see Deladon.
Yeah, but I would have gone before. Like, yeah, I told you, I wear a Sue Bird jersey. She's
Yeah.
my favorite. She's
So-
my favorite women's basketball player ever. Although Maya Moore's a beast.
My word's a beast. This week,
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
it's going to be great.
Well, let me tell you this.
We got to go back to picks like we did in football because I want to know Oakton and Patriot.
I got Oakton in the upset.
You know who I got. I think I might be part of Red Nation. Somebody give me a 3X red t-shirt.
I know. You know what? They're gonna hate me over there. But I got Oakton in the upset, man. Mainly because their shirts are great. No, I like that
Great.
team a lot. I really like Jake Cole. That team is stacked
Yeah.
over there. They're good, man. That's going to be a great game. But Riverside is playing Freedom this week.
Man, it's going to be
That's
fun.
going to be a great game.
That's
I
going
think
to be
I gotta
fun.
go to
That
that.
was Freedom's only loss?
Yeah, but Langley, Centerville girls. Who you got in that?
Oh, I got Centerville.
All right.
You know I got Centerville all day.
Man.
It might be the only sport I have Centerville in, but that wasn't a shot. I'm just telling the truth. Centerville girls lacrosse is legit.
They are legit.
Yeah.
They are legit. That duo is tremendous. But I'm taking Langley.
Yeah?
I think I'm taking Langley.
We will see.
This doesn't air until after the game, so good.
The magic of editing.
Yeah, no, I love both those teams, but I think Langley's on a mission, man. 20-0, 2 undefeated teams. That makes no sense since I just picked the
Yeah.
Patriots. That's completely useless.
Let's go Red
information.
Nation.
Yeah.
3X t-shirt.
Man, that's going to be a good weekend.
It's going to be fun.
I love lacrosse.
Well, we'll be back next week with all the scores and highlights. Comcast Local Channel 2 in Prince William County, Channel 28 in Reston, Channel 28 on Verizon in Herndon, and Channel 23 on Cox in Herndon.
All of that could be wrong. I forgot it. I forgot it.
It's all right. Always on RumbleRunSports.com.
Always.
Rob Giampapa. I'm John Moore. We'll see you next week.
Get out to see lacrosse and female sports in Northern Virginia.
Got
My
to.
goodness, man.
Got to.
Despicable. Despicable. Despicable.